Hey, Kim.
Hey, Dr. Barton, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you a little bit about really why you came to me in the first place. You know, one of the things that we really pride ourselves on is total health. You know, not just working on a set of teeth. And that's kind of our tagline, beauty, health, balances. It's not only about the beauty of the smile, but it's about looking at everybody's health and then finding balance in your life between, you know, beauty and life and spirituality and fitness and you know, and family and work as well. So I just want to kind of talk to you a little bit. I know when you first came to me, you had a lot of symptoms going on. I mean, and one of the reasons was because of TMJ, you know, which we call it TMD, which is temporomandibular disorder. So just refresh my memory. I mean, I know some of it, but what are some of the main symptoms that you were having when you first came to me?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I had pretty incessant headaches, vertigo, facial jaw pain, difficulty swallowing, difficulty speaking, pain to smile, which was hard to contend with sometimes for someone like me. So those are probably the most annoying symptoms, I would say.
Right.
I was so enthusiastic about the appointment and thought, well, the one thing I would say though is probably 2 or 3 dozen different physicians had looked at me and said there was nothing wrong. I was a little, skeptical when I came here, thinking it's just going to be another practitioner look at me and say, but that wasn't my experience at all, for sure.
And I think that's kind of the approach that we take, is we want to know what in the body's not working that's causing, and I work with some functional medicine doctors that sort of look at the body the same way.
Right.
And I think that's what you had mentioned with some of the other people you went to.
Yeah, correct. So there was a lot of prescriptions and a lot of differential diagnoses, but there wasn't really an attempt to try to understand what the root cause was. So you were really the first person to kind of look at the anatomy and understand where the anatomy deficiency was as sort of the root cause, and then actually offer me some kind of a glimmer of hope that if we bridge the anatomy gap, we can try to alleviate the symptoms. Yeah, I remember being in your chair, and I remember starting to get teared up in your chair because it was the first time I had actually felt good in like almost 3 years. No, it was just but after, it's such a long sort of arduous journey, and I remember with your hands in my mouth and all your apparatus thinking, wait till he gets I feel so much better. And I remember going home that day feeling like, I felt like hopeful, like I'm finally going to kind of, get through this. And so, I mean, my life has changed dramatically just since the orthotic, and I feel like I still have a
point.
Yeah, no, for sure. My outlook has, my relationships have gotten better, my disposition has gotten better, my health has gotten better. Yeah, it's been really, really, really just a gratifying experience, for sure.
Well, I tell people when they come in, I said, I don't claim to be taking canes away and, be this faith healer, but at the same time, you never know, how much of effect one part of the body can have on everything else, physically, emotionally, structurally, aesthetically. I mean, everything. It's so tied in together, and it's, that's one of the reasons I enjoy teaching other dentists, to try to let them know that there's just so much more to dentistry than just fixing teeth, and how much of an effect they can have in people's lives by changing this. When you find the time day to day and you're to incorporate this into what you're doing, I know you exercise, so you're trying to find time to exercise and take care of other parts of your body. And is that working out pretty good?
Yeah, it is. So I think just having some of the pain in the face dissipate has sort of helped me sort of shed some weight and be a little bit more committed to my fitness routine. And because the sleep is better, I have the energy to do it.
Right.
So again, this whole holistic impact of sort of having at least, my mouth at least starting to heal a little bit has just been so correct. So I'm far more active now than I was, 6 months ago. And I see a well-rested person when I look in the mirror now, where I didn't recognize me for a really, really long time. I was like, who is that tired looking girl looking back at me? So it's actually nice to see kind of the old me. And I've had a few people say, the twinkle is back in your eye a little bit. There's something different about you.
Welcome back.
Exactly. Right. And like, if you only knew, I feel like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz a little bit.
You've covered it up pretty well. I mean, you've learned to compensate and been in survival mode really to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing, if it's okay to talk about, you did talk about losing weight as a result of this.
Yeah. So I left the orthotic appointment again again, just feeling like I'd gotten my life back, and so I joined Weight Watchers, you know, in my driveway from leaving your office, and I'm 16 pounds down,
Wow.
and I just feel really good. I feel like it sort of made me realize how precious sort of time is, and health isn't you know, to be taken for granted.
Right.
And even though thankfully TMJ wasn't a serious condition, it was debilitating for me
Right.
and life altering, and took away a lot of joy and a lot of experiences. So I don't want to waste time. I want to continue to do what I want to do.
Well, I'd really appreciate you just being open and honest and sharing a little bit of your story, because there's so many other people that don't know who to turn to, and they don't know that there's other options. And I just want to be able to use these journeys to show people what the possibilities are. And I appreciate you opening up and letting people know a little bit more about what you've been through. And we'll circle back again as we go through this journey, and
Yeah.
we'll get in front of the cameras again and talk some more.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I'm looking forward to the after video when
That's right.
I have my new mouth.
We'll go biking together.
I think I really look forward. Again, it's just been, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful to Dr. Tarushi, and I'm grateful to
Right.
Rhonda, and everyone in your staff has just been really, you've given somebody who didn't have a lot of hope a whole lot more hope. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks.